Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. Thank you so much for joining me on my adventures in yarn and crochet. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and settle in for some fun today. So I realized that this is my second donation of hats to the cancer patients since the last 2 months, I think. So I think I donated 35 hats in November, and now I'm donating 25 to 30 hats in December. I still have a few that I want to make, so I think I'm going to show you about 25. But I thought it might be nice to actually show you the hats instead of just showing you a picture of the hats, just so you can see what patterns I've used, what yarns I've used, what hooks I've used, and just to get some ideas for yourself, whether you want to make those hats for yourself as gifts, for donations, whatever it may be. So I'm going to show you the hats now. I have them all in a bag, and I even zipped up the bag because I just wanted to make sure that it would fit in the bag. So there are a few different patterns, there are a few different yarns, and we can go through all of that. I haven't sorted anything yet, so let me just see if I can sort them here, so then we can go through them kind of in order. Not in order, but just, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's just see here. This goes in this pile. Okay, I think I have about 25 right now. And there's some yarn that I used that I had never used before, which I absolutely loved and fell in love with. And I just, I really want to buy more of it, but we shall see. Okay, I have them all out of the bag now. I filled my whole table. Okay, let's start with the yarn that you may already be familiar with, and that is the yarn from my newest tutorial, which is the Line Brand Cover Story Dreamland yarn. Okay, so Dreamland yarn is a super bulky number 6, and I actually did make a tutorial for this hat, so you can find that on my channel. I made it in 2 different colorways this time. These were the 2 I had, and I do have one more colorway. So this is the colorway Cabbage Patch. That's what the hat looks like. It's pretty much one shade of green, but it's really, really nice. So I made 3 of those in that color. So this is my own pattern. This uses all half double crochet. So if you know how to do a slip stitch, and if you know how to do a chain, and you know how to do a magic ring, or you can do a different way to start instead of a magic ring, then you can definitely make this hat. Okay, so I made 3 in that color, Cabbage Patch. That was my first time using that color. I think I bought, I don't know, I feel like I bought at least two of every color, but I'm not really sure. I might have only bought 1 cake of that. So I managed to make 3 hats out of 1 cake. And this yarn is about 148 yards. So I was able to make each hat for about 50 yards of a super bulky number 6. And I used an N 10 millimeter hook. Okay, this is the next set of the Dreamland yarn. This is the colorway called Galaxy. And again, I made 3 of them. So I have that. I don't know all the colors of all the hats I'm showing you, but I will try to mention them as I can. Okay, these 2 are made with a different pattern now. This is called a Speedy Beanie, and this is on YouTube. And this is, I think it's Loops and Threads Charisma. So this is a Michaels brand yarn. This one looks a little bit short or okay, and this one looks a little bit long. I'm not really sure why I made it this long. I think I was just trying to use up this yarn, but I think I still have a little bit left. So I'm going to have to see if I can finish this hat and, sorry, not finish this hat, finish this yarn, and I might need to mix it with something else. So it might be another scrap hat. You will see a lot of this pattern, the Speedy Beanie. I really fell in love with it. I used it to make hats for my market, and they came out really, really good. So you can look that up on YouTube. I don't know what colorways these are of loops and threads, Charisma, but that is that. And then I'm going to show you some Bernat Softy Chunky, and I made that same pattern, the Speedy Beanie. So I actually, where is it? I actually did a different join this time. Instead of doing a slip stitch join, I did an invisible join, and that's what it looks like. Can you see it? It's right here. So I feel like you can still see it, but it's not as glaring as if you did the slip stitch and chain one. So I did these two hats. So this is in a gray color. Okay. And then I had a little bit of the gray, and then I had a mill ends yarn from Hirschner's. So this is like, it looks like lavender blue on the screen, which is pretty much what it is. And I had some of that gray left. So I made two more of those hats. I tried these on, so I know they fit me. Hopefully they fit other people, and hopefully their heads are not as big as mine. But I think it'll fit the average size head. So yeah. Okay, so these ones, what did I just show you? So the last few that I just showed you, I likely used an L 8mm hook, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now moving on to a different yarn. I purchased, it's been a few months now, but I purchased from Michael's the Karen Spice Cakes, and I bought it for this reason, to make the hats for the cancer patients. So I made 4, 8, 10, 12, 14 hats out of 4 cakes of yarn. Yeah. So I think I got about, how does that make sense? No, I think I only bought a few. Yeah. So I could make 4 hats out of each cake. Yeah. Okay. So this is the color Silver Steel. This is the same pattern, the Speedy Beanie. So I made that, I made this one. I know it looks kind of brown. It's not brown, it's gray. For some reason, the camera is making these look brown, which now, come to think of it, this in a brown color would be really nice, but this is actually gray. It's called Silver Steel, okay? So I was able to make these 4 hats. Again, I used an L 8mm hook, and I did modify the end of the pattern because it calls for a repeat, but I felt like if I repeat round 6, 7, 8 again, it will become too long. So I then did 2 rows of half double crochet in the 3rd loop, and then 1 row of single crochet in the back loop. So I did modify the pattern to fit my needs. Okay, these colorways, one of them is called Indigo Go, and one of them, I have no idea. Okay, so these are the other ones I made. These are also spice cakes. Okay, so this is a really, really beautiful blue color. And I made 4 of these. And again, you can see that join. These are the invisible joins, but I feel like they're better than a slip stitch join. So that is what I tried to do for all of them. This one is right here on the side. I just want to like show it to you because I want you to know what it will look like when you make it with an invisible join, because there's no secrets. Even people like me who have a YouTube channel don't have perfect projects and perfect finished objects. So that's why I want to share them with you. Okay. So hopefully that'll all fit back in the bag. All right. Now, the last 6 hats that I have are using Karen Spice Cakes, but this is actually my pattern. So this is another one of my patterns. The first one I showed you with the Dreamland yarn was called the Dreamland hat. and that is available on my channel as a video tutorial, and there's also a full written pattern for that on my Ravelry store. Okay, this hat, let me just see here. Okay, I mixed and matched. So I made 4 of the Speedy Beanies, but I, of course, modified that pattern. So this is like, oh my gosh, this color is so nice. I don't even know what the main color is. I feel like the main color is like a purplish color, but then it goes into like pink and blue and green and just like different shades. So this is a really, really beautiful yarn. If I can find the name of it, I'll just pop the names on the screen here, okay? I will find out what the name of this colorway is so that you can see it. So again, I used an L8mm hook, and these ones came out so nice. This Karen Spice Cake yarn is really very nice for something like this. It's nice and warm, and that texture is just showing it off so well. Okay, now the last 2 hats are my own pattern. So the last 2 hats are my pattern, which is called the Dreamy Chunky Beanie. Yes, I believe that's correct. If it's not, I'll write it down here, okay? But to my knowledge, it should be the Dreamy Chunky Beanie. And I made the tutorial with this yarn, and this is what they look like. So to me, these feel a little bit wider than the Speedy Beanie, but I think that is okay. You know, I'm going to try one on for you. So again, so now with this one, I did the slip stitch join. So you can see that join going all the way. Yeah, you can see that join. Okay, I'm going to try one on and show you how it fits. It's fitting me pretty nice. I have a pretty big head, and I kind of want it to be snug. So that's what it looks like. It's fitting me. I don't know if I have a big head or I have a massive giant head, but it's fitting me, and it's comfy, and it looks good, right? It looks good. I should model my hats more often. I don't model my hats. I just end up donating them. I don't even show my hats most of the time. I just show a picture. I just lay them all out and take a picture. But today I thought, why not share with you the hats that I've made, because I spent so much time and effort doing them. So these hats, I think I honestly made in like the last 2 to 3 weeks. And I would like to make a few more. So these are completely done. I just finished weaving in all the ends. So these are ready to go. And I do have, so I have it right here. I have a little bit of that Dreamland yarn left over. So I'm thinking of making a few more. So the one I used for the tutorial was this color called Black Cherry. Okay, so that's one skein, one cake. And then I had some left over from the previous cake, and this is the one I used for the tutorial. So I think I can make at least just 3 hats, I think. So I think that will bring me up to 28 hats. And then, oh, I have this color right here. I'm so silly. Okay, hold on. I have this color right here. This color. It is called Indigo Go. Okay, so this is called Indigo Go. And Karen Spice Cake. Okay, everything wants to just come apart today. And I have the hook right here. This is my 8mm L hook. This is a Susan Bates hook. I think these are called Crystallite. So the reason why I do have regular Susan Bates hooks, but they are very heavy when they become into this size category. So I purchased these Crystallite ones because they're so light and just, it's much easier. So yeah, I can make 3 out of the Dreamland yarn, and then I think I can make 2 more hats out of this. So then that'll be 5 more hats. I will be up to 30 hats. Yay! This is just a celebration. This is like an end of the year last donation. And I've just been so focused on doing these hats. I mean, I have been making blankets. I actually did just finish a blanket on a road trip. Well, it wasn't really a road trip, it was just a 1 hour trip, but I took my crochet with me. So I did finish a corner to corner baby blanket that I was making, and I think I'm going to share that with you in the next video, because this video we will just dedicate to these hats for the cancer patients. And I just, they're all stitched with so much love and thoughts and prayers. And I just hope that everyone who it reaches knows that someone cares for them. And, it just brings a little bit of warmth into their life. So, yeah. Before I go, I just wanted to mention that I do have a promotion going on in my Ravelry store. I now have 5 hat patterns, and if you put 4 hat patterns into your cart and use the code DEC2024, you will receive 1 pattern for free. So you get 4 for the price of 3. You now have 5 hat patterns to choose from, so I would love it if you would go over to my store. It's linked down below in every video. And yes, that is a promotion that's going on right now until the end of December. And I really wish that wherever you are and whoever you're with this holiday season, just sending you so much peace and love and blessings. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.